Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about my journey with anemia. And the reason why I'm doing this video right now is because I just lost a lot of blood. And I know a lot of women out there have this same issue, where you're just bleeding way too much every month. And it's the same thing every month. Now, when you go to the doctor and you express this, they tell you, just get on birth control. That's the solution they give you. But a lot of us do not want to be on birth control. Birth control has a lot of terrible side effects. And I've even heard stories of girls who their cycle is completely messed up once they get on birth control. And years after they've stopped taking it, it's still completely messed up. Because it's jacking with our body's natural hormone cycle. The doctors don't even know what's going on with your body's hormones, and they tell you to take this other hormone on top of it, not knowing what your body's going to do to react to it for sure. And it should not be the solution to, here, take this synthetic thing, take this synthetic hormone that convinces your body it's pregnant, that makes you gain all this weight, that makes you have acne, that makes you extra moody and emotional. Like, it should not be the solution. And why do they want women to do this? Because now we're more productive. We can work more like men. Not to mention, who makes money off of it? The doctors. The entire medical industry makes money off of it. What they don't want to tell you is that there are actual things you can do to help. There is an underlying problem that needs to be solved, not just taking some hormone that's just going to cover up all of the problems going on. There's an actual problem that needs to be solved with your body. And here I'm going to share some tips with you that have helped me. Now, I'm not at the end of my journey. I don't know exactly what's going on, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But there have been things I have done that allow me to function as well as I have been functioning. And then one of the best things I can suggest to other women out there going through this is there are natural herbs you can take, medicines from the earth, like raspberry leaf, stinging nettle. Even cinnamon can help regulate that stuff, and ginger. You can take things like cramp bark to help with cramps. Now, if you're going to try any of these, I would recommend raspberry leaf over anything else. I started with that and I could not believe how much it would change. From taking all these herbs, all these medicines, I've managed to take my cramps from absolute hell down to they don't even exist. To where it's maybe a 1. I can feel my uterus motioning to release all the blood. But I'm not in any pain. And it's thanks to these herbal medicines that I can do that. It's also thanks to my dietary changes. One thing I've been focusing on a lot recently is my glucose levels. For me, whenever I've been eating cane sugar on my period, it seems to make my cramps worse. And I found out that my glucose levels could be playing a huge role in contributing to my heavy bleeding and my bad cramps. And so one of the best things I've been doing for that is just eating a savory breakfast. That one thing can help so much, not just with your menstruation, but with your overall energy, your overall health. Eating a breakfast that is high in protein and savory. And you know, I'm plant-based, I'm a vegan. And I still eat a savory breakfast. I guarantee, no matter what you're eating, you can do it. It is absolutely possible. And you don't have to make the change overnight, but I guarantee it's going to help you a lot with better energy levels. Now, that leads me into another thing that I know a lot of people really don't want to hear. But letting go of things that are affecting my hormones in my diet has been a huge, huge help for my mental health, for my physical health. And yeah, I would say don't eat lots of soy. But what I'm really talking about here is animal products. Now, I'm talking about dairy and meat, mostly. Because think about it. When your body has lots of estrogen, that is one component that can cause you to be bleeding so much. And what in the average diet is filled with estrogen? Dairy. I used to eat bowls of cheese. Literally, I'd fill an entire bowl with shredded cheese and just eat it by itself. And it's no wonder, like, my moods were so chaotic. It's no wonder that I was bleeding so much. Now, I'm still bleeding a lot, but I'm bleeding less than I used to. Like, I mean, I couldn't even get through a 45-minute class with a tampon before I had to go change it. That kind of bleeding of like, that's not okay. If you were having to do that, it's not okay, and I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger. And so dairy can really be contributing to that. Now, even if you decide you can't give up dairy and you don't want to, you can still lessen your intake of it. Consuming bowls of cheese is probably not the best thing to do for your period. And meat, if you think about it, the animal is going through the most traumatic thing of its entire life. It's being slaughtered right before you eat it. Meaning, it's being filled with cortisol, with the stress hormone. And you know what else can make our periods heavier and more painful? Stress. Stress is something that is really hard on our bodies, especially females. Our reproductive system does not like lots and lots of stress, and it can totally whack up our period. So getting your stress levels down, taking medicinal herbs to help just deal with the pain. And, you know, raspberry leaf doesn't just help with pain, it tones the uterus. It is literally helping your body be healthier. It is nurturing your body. And it is healing you. It's very good for you. It's not just a pill you take that might cause liver damage in the future. These are things that are going to help your body. Things that the doctors don't want to tell you about because you can grow them in your yard. You can grow it in a pot on your balcony if you live in an apartment. You can go and forage it. I live where I can go drive up to the mountains and go forage raspberry leaves. I can go forage stinging nettle 10 minutes away. Like, they don't want to tell you this because they don't make money off of you doing that. They don't make money if you get all the way better and can like actually help yourself. They want you to be just bad enough to where you have to keep coming back. I hate to say it, but a lot of doctors are like that. And they look all sweet and innocent and they talk like they're helping you. And so it can be kind of hard to tell that really they just want your money a lot of times. They don't really want to help you. And that's frustrating to have a doctor do that. But there are doctors out there who do want to help you. There are people out there that do want to help you. And you need to think about, is this person giving me an actual solution? Or is this person trying to cover up the problem that's going on? Is it just a cover up, or are they actually trying to help me figure out why my body's doing this and counteract it and get it functioning back into its proper way? And so again, I am not at the end of my journey with anemia. I'm still bleeding way too much. Still not as bad as it was before, especially thanks to that raspberry leaf and my dietary changes. And not just dietary changes. Making sure that you're getting active every day will help keep everything flowing. Will help your hormones be able to move better. Like, physical activity plays a huge role in your menstruation too. So making sure that you are as physically active as you can be without going too far, don't starve yourself and work out excessively. I'm just saying, don't be a couch potato, Get out, get some exercise every day. Eat a diet that heals your body and doesn't cause your body to be under more stress. And take real medicine from the earth. Those are my 3 big helpers in dealing with horrible, tremendous periods. Because again, with the amount of blood I just lost, it's amazing I have as much energy as I do right now. And I still feel dizzy and dazed. And another thing I do really want to point out is make sure you're eating lots and lots of iron. I was given iron supplements back when I was diagnosed as being severely anemic, and they just destroyed my stomach. I was feeling nauseous, and it was bad. So make sure that you're consuming lots of vitamin C and lots of iron in your diet. Just keep amping it up more and more. Add some quinoa, some amaranth. Eat some leafy greens like kale or watercress. Get some spirulina. That's been my favorite thing. If you don't like the taste of it, throw it in a smoothie. But I'll literally take a teaspoon, mix it with water, and drink it. And if you do that every day, I guarantee you're going to have a huge iron boost. There are so many natural foods out there that are going to heal your body. They're going to give your body those nutrients that it's craving. And when you're bleeding excessively, don't go out and eat a donut. You need to eat something that your body needs. You see, sugar is just going to give you a dopamine rush. It's not going to give you actual energy. You get energy through things like iron and folate, protein. These are things that are going to give your body energy. And B12, that's another thing. If you're bleeding a lot, it's really important to make sure that you're getting enough B12 because you're losing that through your blood. When you're losing a lot of blood, you're losing a lot of iron. You're losing a lot of B12. And this is what doctors should be telling you. They should be telling you that, hey, you need to make sure you're making those nutrients back up. They shouldn't just tell you to get on birth control. And I'm sorry that so many women don't get good health care. It's sad to me that I live in the middle of lots of cities right now. And yet it's so hard to find a doctor who will actually help me. Who will actually tell me what's wrong. Who will actually give me advice. Give me resources. I had to learn about these herbs myself. Doctors never told me about it. And yet it has been the most helpful thing I've done. I would say if there's one thing on this list of ways that I think could really, really help you, I would say drink that raspberry leaf tea or an extract. If you don't like the tea and you just need that quick boost, just get like a little alcohol tincture of raspberry leaf extract. Put a dropper or two in your drink. Even just take a shot worth. Not of the extract, but like just put like the dropper in like a shot of water and just chug it right down if you really don't like the taste. For me, I think raspberry leaf tea is pretty good. It's not a fruity tea, but you can always add it to other things if you don't like it. And you can also take things like stinging nettle, which will help lessen the bleeding. You can take other herbs out there that will help with inflammation and should help your body not be so inflamed down there. There are so many things you can do, and you do not need to feel hopeless. That's my main message here is there are things you can do. It seems impossible. It seems like life has just hit you in the face over and over. But there are things that you can do. There is real help out there. And if you don't like what your doctor's saying, you don't need to listen to them. Because sometimes they really are just taking advantage of you. Now make sure you do what's best for your health. Make sure that you love and respect your body. And I guarantee you're going to get better.